Everybody that has their camera on, can you just give me a thumbs up or just let me know if you can see my screen? Okay, perfect. This is great. I'm going to be going over the process on how to put together a buyer's packet. Now, the way that Command has it set up is you can put in there a lot of pages, right? And so my goal is to not go over all of those pages, but rather how to customize it, how to add in your own photos, logos, and all of those things. Knowing those basic functions will help you with customizing it yourself. And feel free, I can see the chat box and you can always unmute yourself and ask me questions along the way. Sound good? Okay, great. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So if you would like to follow along, feel free to do that. I just have the main page of Command set up. On the left-hand side, I'm going to select the Designs tab. All right, so on the bottom right-hand corner, you're going to select the green plus sign, print, and next. Okay. Under the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to select buyer. And you'll see the third option is buyer presentation. All right, so we have two options. You can either do a classic version, which is the first one, or the more modern version. It doesn't really matter. They're pretty much both the same. So Alicia, you can select whichever one you'd like and just click the red use button. All right, so you can see from here, Alicia, if you put your cursor on over on the left-hand side over, yep, and then just kind of scroll down, you'll see how many options you really have of pages. So you can see that there's just a lot of information here. And depending on, if you want to use one presentation and all you do is just swap out the page of like the name of the client, you could do that. Or you could just keep it, totally just a blank template basically, and use the same presentation for every single buyer that you have. So it looks like there's probably 20 to 30 pages there, which is awesome. So there's a lot of options. What we're not going to go through is each of these because I think that once you learn the tools on how to customize each of the pages, you'll be able to better have an idea, pick and choose what pages you would like in your buyer's presentation. So let's go on the left-hand toolbar. Let's go over what each of these items are. So we have the top one, which is templates. So that's the page that we're currently in. Below that, we have images. So these are going to be the company images are nice, beautiful, professional photos that we're able to use with what Keller Williams provides for us. And then my library would be any images that you would like to upload yourself if you wanted anything specifically in there. And if you wanted to add them, you just click the add button and then select them from your browser, your computer. Next is text. So this will just give you, the My Library. This is going to be text that pulls from your profile within Command. Below that is icons. So that's going to be just little icons if you wanted to add those, to show a symbol of email instead of writing out email. You could do that. Below that, logos. So you'll have options here of My Library. So these are going to be your logos that you can upload yourself. And if you click on company, you will get Keller Williams logos that you can add in. And then the bottom the bottom selection is KWLS. So this is if you wanted to select either photos from a listing or if you wanted to do snapshots. The snapshots I'm sure that you've seen is something that KW has rolled out, and it auto-populates information according to the MLS. So number of active homes, number of recently sold, the average days on market, average price per square foot, all of those things, along with a little map of it too. So that's just kind of explaining the toolbar and what each of those options have available. Let's go up to the top under templates. All right, so let's go ahead and start customizing this page here. So we've already added it to our presentation. Now what we're going to do is we're going to customize it. So you're going to double select first name and add in your name. And then double select last name and add in your last name. Now, if you wanted to recenter these, you simply could. Alicia, if you'll click on, your first name, and you can either drag it. You want to get the box where if you click away from it a little bit, click to the side, and you'll want to get the orange looking box around it.
Okay.
Click over to the like to the right of the window and like the white page part of it. Outside, keep going. Oh, there you go. Okay, now it's selected. Okay. You can either move it or you can use the arrows on your screen to, you can drag it with your mouse or you can use the arrows on your screen to recenter it. Okay. Now, when you see the four-headed arrows, that's when you know that you have grabbed the text and that you have the capability to move it around. Okay, so let's change out that logo. So the first logo would be the Royals Realtor. Let's change that out to your own logo. So you can see that it automatically goes to images, but we want to actually click on logos. Yep. If you select My Library. So what you want to do is instead of clicking on the logo itself, if you'll select the delete button on your screen, the backspace bar. Okay. So select Royal Logos, or Royal Realtors again. Go over to logos. And if you just move your mouse over the AB, what you are looking for is, maybe try the other one. Okay, so we don't want to actually click it. What we want to do is we want to select the double-headed arrow to replace it. I don't know why it's not giving you the option. Try selecting Royal Realtors again. And then going over to your logo. Okay, so that's not working either. All right, so if you'll just go ahead and select it. All right, and what you can do is just resize it. Typically, guys, what you're looking for is the ability to select a double-headed arrow to replace. Basically, what it will do is it will take the logo that you've selected and it will size it up for you. All right. So let's go ahead and let's try it with the KW logo just to see if it works. So select that one, head over to logos, company, and so there we go. So we have some options. since we already have KW Arlington under your logo, select the 3 dots above. Yep, there you go. So that will take us back. So now go to the bottom folder of KW. There we go. So we have some options there. So if you wanted to just do a standard KW logo, you could do that. Now I know that it gave us the double-headed arrow previously. Yeah, so maybe click it again and all right. So any of those, so select the double-headed arrow to the right. Nope, you want the other one. So delete that. You're going too fast for me. You're a step ahead of me. All right, so select that one. Yep, replace. There you go. So it'll resize it for you. That logo might have been a little bit bigger. That's maybe why it looked. But the main point is I wanted you to see that double-headed arrow of replace, because that's how you will be able to normally size up things to be the exact same size as the photo or the logo that was previously in place. Okay, so let's go to the top left under templates. And let's go ahead under the second page. We can select that page there to add it.
Hey, Amanda.
Yep.
This is Steve. On mine, I don't have templates.
Oh.
I have images, text, icons, logos, and KWLS.
Did you originally select the buyer's consult packet? And it took you to this packet here?
Well, let me back up and try that.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Alicia, if you'll, there you go. All right, so this is going to be just the instructions page that Keller Williams provides for you so that you can, see the different features that this buyer's consult packet has. And if you get lost or get stuck on anything, you can always resort back to this page. Now, let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how to remove this page. So let's say that you added in a page and you decided that you didn't want it to be into your consult packet. So towards the bottom of your screen, you'll see a tab that says Pages with the up arrow. There you go. Select that. And you'll see here that we have really 2 pages. It says 3, but we really just have 2. So if you'll put your mouse over page 3, where the buyer's consult, and if you'll select the down arrow button, you have options there. You can add in another page, you can duplicate that page, or you can trash it and delete it. So we're going to select the trash button. Yes. So that will show you how to delete a page throughout your packet. And I always use this as, sort of a guide so that my consult packet isn't getting too long where I have 20 pages of just a lot of information, right? When it comes to buyers, I'm not trying to overload them. I want to give them the juicy pieces and then kind of fill it in as we have this consult. So you can select the pages down arrow to get rid of that screen. There you go. So we'll scroll on the left-hand side to look at the other pages in the packet. All right. So from here, if you scroll just a little bit, you'll be able to, oh, I'm sorry, the other way. If you wanted to make it right there where it says client name, if you wanted to make this packet specific to those clients, you could do that. And this is the page that you would swap out every time. If you wanted to keep the packet more general and print out, 5 of them and have them ready to go in your car or at an open house or anything like that, you could just keep it a very generic packet. Let's go ahead and add in that page with the client name so that I can show you how to utilize some of those functions that we had previously talked about. So it says a custom consultation prepared with care for. So let's select a client name. And if you have a client name that you would like to put in, you can, or if not, you can just put Jane Doe. So you'll double select that box. You'll either use your mouse to highlight everything, or you'll click Control A to highlight it all. And you can put Jane Doe in there. Perfect. That looks great. Now let's say that you wanted to swap out that cover photo. Let's say you wanted to put in something different. Maybe you are, that photo there of the house. Maybe you are having a consult with a family and you want this to be more relatable to them. So let's take a look at some of the stock images that we have. Now we have this image selected. So Alicia just simply clicked over the image. And let's take a look through some of those. Do we see any good family photos that we would rather put in? Whichever one you would rather put in, you're just going to put your mouse over it, select the double-headed arrow, and you're going to select replace. Nope, the arrow to the right. There you go, replace image. So you'll select that, and you'll see that it literally resized the image for you so that you're not having to, like we had to do in the first page, you're not having to adjust any of the sizes. It's basically just inputting the image to the placeholder. So that looks great. Compliments of. So this is where you can replace all of that with your information. So you can, double select that and put in your name, your first name, and then double select for your last name. Hey, Steve, let me know too if you were able to figure it out or what you might have to do. If we need to like do something else to get those to show. I don't know why the template wouldn't show for you.
Yeah, I don't have the buyer packet
Oh,
loaded.
you don't have that option.
Uh-uh.
Okay. All right. So instead of all of your website, your name, and all of that, because that's one text box, you would literally delete all of that and you would put in your own information. Just for the sake of time, we'll just leave it the way that it is right now. And you can go back, Alicia, to customize that for yourself. Now, I want to show you how to swap out your own photo. So let's select the girl that's there. And let's go over, we're already in the images tab on the left-hand side. Let's go to My Library. So whichever photo you would rather select, let's go over and let's select the double-headed arrow to replace image. There you go. Now, let's say that the image, it's not centered the way that you would like it to be. What you'll do is you'll double select the middle of your photo, and you can either take like the right-hand corner or take any of that to resize it or adjust or center it. That's perfect. And then you would replace Royal Realtors. You could either replace it, or if you just wanted to delete that box altogether, what you'll do is select that box. And you can either use your backspace button or you can use the trash can icon that is at the top right of your screen. All right, let's go back up to templates. And let's look at table of contents. Let's select to add that page. All right. So if this is the way that you want your buyer's guide packet to go, you want to make sure that all of these items are going to be hit on in your presentation. So if you choose to have this table of contents page, you could easily add that in and then just make sure that your presentation flows according to the order of these items. Let's scroll down and let's add in, let's look at the next page and see if we want to add that one in the templates.
This
All
one's
right. Let's look at that one. All right. So there's not any added or edits that need to be done on this page. One point of reference is if you see a page and if it has bold text, chances are it will need to be edited. So just taking a look at each of the pages that you decide to add in into the report. If you see bold font on that page, take that as something to catch your eye that it needs to be edited. Okay, let's go down to the next page and add that one in. All right, so your dream home. So your needs come first. If you needed to increase the font on the bottom right-hand corner, you're gonna select the plus magnifying glass to increase the font in the bottom right hand of your screen. I don't know about you guys, but I can't read that. So you can select, yep, the zoom in with the plus sign. There you go. All right, so I do see some bold font on this page. However, I don't see anything that needs to be modified. If you feel that other questions come more in handy than this one, you can definitely do that. Swap those questions out. It doesn't look like anything needs to be modified here, so we'll go back to the templates. And guys, most of the items here in the templates, they don't need modified. So that's really nice because you can really put this packet together and just roll with it. Select any of these that you would like to add next, Alicia.
Is this buyer's packet automatically loaded on our command, or do we have to go get it and download it from somewhere?
It should be already loaded on there. I've come across this one time when I did a listing class about 2-3 months ago there at the office, and I came across somebody that didn't have the listing presentation on their command. So I don't know if it's, you know, an update that needs to be done, or what I had encouraged them to do was to log onto the Facebook command group and just put a note in there that says I don't have access to the buyers or listing presentations in my designs tab. How can I get those uploaded? So that might be something worth doing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry, I don't have like an answer for you on that specifically.
That's not a problem.
You know, just as well as I do, you know, they're rolling new things out and changes are being made. So, yeah, one day is different than the other. Clearly, look at my screen. So, all right. So this is a great page to have in here, especially because you can get your app link on here. So if you wanted to customize the bottom right hand box of this screen, you could put in your code for your app And that can be found with going into your app. If you go into app and app settings, I believe that you can get the quick app code to put into here. All right. Let's go over to the templates again. I want to show you one that you might have to customize a little bit more. So if you'll just go down on the screen a little bit. All right. Let's go into neighborhood insights. I want to show you how to put in a snap neighborhood image into this packet. So let's say that we already know that they are looking for a specific neighborhood. What we will do is if you select the, just click on where you're at right now. Yep. All right, so what we're going to do is on the left-hand toolbar, we're gonna go to KWLS. And we're already under snapshots, which is where you need to be. Under neighborhood, search neighborhood name, let's put in Walnut Creek Estates. And all right, there we go. So let's go down a little bit and see if we see Mansfield come up.
Do you want me to type in Mansfield? Will that be easier?
Oh, there it is. It's towards the bottom. So if you click on the right, okay. Okay, that'll work. And then scroll down. Whoa.
Shoot, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Okay. So we have the box around the map already. So now we're going to select the double-headed arrow here and replace it. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the page and we're going to select Barton Hills, and we're going to, you could either delete the text or just change it to Walnut Creek Estates, Mansfield, or anything like that that you want it to do. Okay, perfect. Now let's select the one next to it. Yeah, Hyde Park. Let's select that map. And then let's go over to the KWLS where it says Walnut Creek Estates. We're going to do a new search. So select all of that and delete it. All right, now let's try Kings Mills, Mansfield. And you can kind of, yeah, you can try typing in Mansfield and see, select arrow. Okay, great. So let's select Kings Mill and let's see if a map pops up. So let's scroll down a little bit and see if we can just get the map. All right, there it is. So let's select the double-headed arrow to replace image. There you go. So, yep, and you're gonna replace that to say Kings Mill. All right, perfect. Now, the way that this one is set up, this template here, is you're going to have to write in or type in all of the data that it has listed here. So that's the way this is set up. If you, and I'll show you how that is. Alicia, if you click on like the middle of that box of like average, yeah, click on that. So you'll see that that is one text box. So you can either print it the way that it is and handwrite those items in. If you wanted to add text and add text to each of those lines, you can't the way that it's set up is you can't just edit that box and type it in because it's one full box. I hope that makes sense. If you decided to go to the Kings Mill one and select the, select that box. Let's select the delete button and get rid of it. And let's select the delete on that whole box as well. Click on the map of Kings Mill. Delete it. And we'll delete that image as well. I want to show you that you do have an option to put in the full snapshot if you wanted to. So on the left-hand side under the snapshots, go up just a little bit, and we have that full listing right there. Yeah, we're going to select the plus sign to add it. Now we will have to just bring it, resize it some. But I just want to show you that it is an option for you to put that in there if that's what you decided to do. Yeah, and then you can just resize it a little bit more on the bottom. So you would actually bring it down, bring it back down on the bottom, and you would drag the right bottom, yeah, and drag it up just a little bit. Nope, the other way. There you go. Okay. Now select the, that's perfect, the bottom middle button and drag it down a little bit so that text isn't cut off. There you go. Okay. So I just want to show you that if you didn't want to type in any of that stuff, and you just wanted to do, just have in a little bit of data points, that you could do that, but it is taking a little bit of customizing it to do that. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes. I want to show you both options. All right. Alicia, if you go to the left hand and go up to templates again. All right. And we can scroll down and you can just look at some of these. If you take a look at the 2 pages, stop real quick. If you take a look at the 2 pages that are in front of you, how buying a home works and how buying a home works. So those are going to be 2 of the same pages. One's just a little bit more detailed than the other. Or no, I'm sorry. This is a continuation of the first page. So you have steps 1 through 4 on this page, and then you would add in the second page. There you go. Now read through this before, and you can even see under 5, about halfway down, you'll want to put in any contingencies and anything like that. Make sure that you read this, because some states are different. It will have in there to contact an attorney before closing, different things like that. Like, that's not standard in our market, right? So just make sure that you do read through those steps, because not every step is accurate and pertains to what's standard in our market. All right. If you'll continue to scroll down a little bit more. Keep going. All right. So if you wanted to put in there my competitive advantage, you can select to add that page to your report. Now, if you are an independent agent and you have sale trends, you can insert those there. If you're on a team, you can put your team's numbers in there. If you're an independent agent without much history, use the market center numbers, because those are your numbers. So I wanted to show you how you can edit those. So Let's go to the proof is in my numbers, and let's go to 85%. Let's change that to the average market, which is 89%. So you're going to double select in that box, and you'll be able to edit it.
What amount do you want? 89?
Yeah, or you could put in any number that you want to. Okay, perfect. The number next to it, which is, I can't read that. Can you zoom in a little bit?
Okay.
I even have my contacts in too. I still can't read that. Does anybody know what that says?
77.
No, but the other one.
Oh, 56.
Days
Oh,
to find
days.
their dream home.
Yeah. Days of the dream home.
So I'm sure that that number is much less for all of us than 77 days, especially in our fast-paced market. So you can change that to something that is more relatable to your business if you know what that number is. For now, we can put in, 15 days. That sounds great. Okay. I just really wanted to show you how you can customize that. Now, I do want to show you, even though that this may not be relatable in this sense, I just want to show you how you can utilize this feature. If you go down to the bottom right pages with the up arrow, all right, we can see that we have 12 pages here. Let's say that you went to your table of contents and you had something out of order. Let's put our mouse over page 8 and let's swap it with page 9. So if you hold it and move it, so if you click and hold it, yes. So you can see there like how to reorganize your packet if you needed to do that. Now, one of the questions that I do get asked often is the printing, the saving, and all of that. And since I want to be respectful of everybody's time and I want to leave room for questions, let's go to the top right and let's click where we can save the name of it, where it says Untitled Design. Let's double select that and let's type in buyer's packet. Okay, perfect. Now what we can do, if you click the enter and then it will save it. Okay. If you ever felt like it wasn't saving automatically, on the left-hand side of the page under file, you can select save or auto save. So you could just select save just to know that it recently saved for you. And you'll just see like that little gear went off on to the left. It went off to save it. Let's say that you wanted to undo something. So let's go under where we have 15 let's just select that box. Let's type in 20.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and just widen that box just a little bit. Oops, there you go. All right, and then you can, you could use that cursor to drag it a little bit more to the left, and then that will not have it overlap. Okay, great. Let's say that we made a mistake on that. If you go to the top toolbar and if you select the third icon to the right of the file, go up. Okay. That one, yep. And you'll be able to go back for anything that you may have done. Did it allow you to go back? Like undo?
Yeah, it made the.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to show you how to undo, and then if you select the button to the right of it, that will redo. There you go. Okay. So that looks great. Let's go ahead and let's go to that's up there at the top toolbar where you're at. Go to the right-hand side of your page to the arrow that is pointing down. So that's going to show you how to download the packet. If you select that, so you can see here, so it's going to automatically default to get it as a JPEG. In my opinion, that's not the best format for this document. So we're going to select Get PDF. And then from here, you can select if you want all of the pages to download, just the current page, or a specific range of pages. And then whatever you select, you can select download. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. All right. If you wanted to share it in any format, you could select the button next to it. And then from here, you can select this design or this project, which is the full 12-page project. And you could share it as a link to your Facebook, or, you know, maybe let's say that you're connecting with people on Facebook and they're messaging you. Maybe you have a post that says, you know, for today, anybody that has 2020 home ownership goals, I'm providing my buyer's packet to you for free. Maybe you give them a link to that. That's where you can get that link to provide it to them. And then let's select the done
What's the
button.
difference between design and project?
The design is just the one page that you're on. The project is the full 12 pages of this report.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So let's select done, yes to save. And then it will take you to your library that's full of designs. And then you'll see where it says buyer's packet. To go back in or to do anything with that, you'll just put your mouse over it, and on the right-hand corner, or you could just select it. On the right-hand corner, that's okay. On the right-hand corner, it gives you an edit option. You could always, from here, you can select the red KW on the top left toolbar and go back to your designs. And then if you wanted to, you'll have three options when you're in this templates page. When you go over it, click on My Designs. And then if you put your mouse over it on the right hand and click the right hand three dots, wait for it to load for a minute. Oh, it looks a little bit different. You can select the three dots, and that will give you the option to edit, download, or print. Yeah, whenever it goes. On the right hand, you could select any of those, and just to demonstrate. Yep, edit, duplicate, view, or delete. Okay. And your screen looks a little bit different than how mine usually looks. So, okay, so I hope that was beneficial for everybody. If you have any questions, go ahead and put those in the comment section so that I can help answer any of those for you. And of course, I'm always here for anything. But Alicia, thank you so much for doing this and for allowing me to walk you through it. You were so good at following directions. And I'm sorry, guys, that my screen wasn't able to pull up the command designs. I don't know what happened. Like I said, yesterday it was working just fine.
No problem. Glad I could help.
Yes, absolutely. All right, we got a comment that this was very beneficial. Didn't even know we had a buyer's presentation on command. I'm so excited to hear that. So that's really great. And if you guys have any other things that I can help you with, let me know. Alicia, you can select the stop share screen if you'd like. There we go. Let me know what you guys think, your feedback, any tips or anything that you guys might need in the future. Just give me a shout and let me know.
Thank you. That it helped me with the neighborhood. I use the buyer's packet for my clients, but the screenshot with the neighborhood snapshot, never used that one. I always take it out because I didn't know how to use it. So thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Be patient because not all stats will show. However, the map is super beneficial so that you can, just use the map. And then if you wanted to fill in those numbers on your own, you could do that. So we just have to be patient as we're kind of still figuring things out. Awesome.
Thank you, Amanda.
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. Good to see you, Steve.
Good to see you.
Yeah. If you guys need anything, just let me know. But I hope you guys have a great rest of the day and we'll talk soon.